Hi, my name is Mamadou Patel, founder and chairman of My Tokenized Capital, and Wealth Tech Bank. So today I've got with me my good friend Mamadou from the Ubuntu Tribe and the Ubuntu Gold Peg coin that a lot of people have heard about. But it's not about that. What I will let him explain is the giving, sharing, and making a difference to a billion people's lives, or at least a few million people's life in Africa. We both from Africa. And what I like about Mamadou and his journey is the spiritual, holistic way of doing some of these. So without further ado, Mamadou, if you can just hit with what is Ubuntu coin, why this journey, because we have a lot of things in common, as you see here, helping the African NFTs and things along these lines. So why this helping the unbanked and the underbanked in that part of the world?
Thank you very much, Mru, for the kind invitation to engage here with you. You know, like you, having spent so many years in Africa, gave me this sense that we can and we should give equal access to opportunities to people, regardless of wealth at birth or place at birth. And you know so well that there's so much talent and so much potential with the people of that land that it would be just a waste not to give them that chance to spark and grow the same way as anybody else in the world. And when you think of it, you realize that what is really holding us back beyond access, it starts with financial inclusion. It starts with access to education. It starts with access to healthcare. But to access education or healthcare or access the global market, you need money or a currency that gives you that passport to play in that space.
Absolutely.
And the main challenge of our economies is that beyond our borders, the Kenyan shillings, you can't do much. The Nigerian naira, you can't do much with it. And guess what? It keeps on depreciating and creating loss of purchasing power. And I can think of my younger cousins, they're eager and thirsty for knowledge. They don't have a debit card or a credit card to go and get an online course. 80% of people in Africa are underbanked. But we have one thing, and we have 45% of the global reserves of that very thing.
Yes.
And that very thing has gained 500% over 20 years. Yet we got poorer. And that very thing, we're blessed with gold. So what about making gold a digital asset for us to use, trade, participate to the global economy, and also extract it in a conscious way?
Absolutely. And the conscious way is what I like, because you know what touches me, as you know, I was born in Kenya, is there's so much talent there and they cannot even get access to what's happening outside the country. I mean, look at this. The African artists I've been helping, they don't even know how to list their art. And there are so many people. Same with musicians, same with people who are creators in what they write. And they can't even bank what they can onto the open world. So, you know, we're helping them that way. And with you as well, with the gold peg thing, you know, it's so simple and we take it for granted in that spiritual, holistic manner that, you know, life is all fine, but it isn't. It isn't fine over there. And there's lots of what I call greedy people taking advantage of the skills and knowledge and experience of some of the Africans, and I call it sapping, talent sapping. And they're sapping that talent for very little price rather than even doing the $5, $10 contribution for feeding their family on a monthly basis sometimes. So your journey, trying to bring the good karma, we are doing as well, is absolutely the same. You got to pay forward, and that's where you are going, and that's what I like, pay forward.
And this is so true, right? You know, Africa is the motherland, right? And we've been blessed by Mother Earth and the motherland with fantastic natural resources.
Yeah.
But we need to extract them consciously. And my issue was, okay, are we just going to go on another journey of scrapping the earth, getting the gold at the cheapest possible price, and sell it all over, and not being really creating value with and respecting our environment? So we spent 2 years looking at the right technologies that we could combine with blockchain. And today we have a technology that allows to extract gold without mercury. And you know, mercury actually is a high pollutant substance.
Yeah.
It goes in the clouds, comes back in the rain, or goes in the water, rivers, lakes, fish, and ends up on your plate. You can be 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
And that's the principle of Ubuntu. Everything is interconnected.
Absolutely.
We're all interdependent. And if we're not careful, then we're cutting the very tree where we're sitting. Right?
Absolutely.
And our technology, besides allowing artisanal miners who have literally nothing to extract without mercury and protect their own health, but also protect your health, my health, wherever I am in the world, also gives them that possibility to extract gold with a yield exceeding 80% compared to traditional method. So we do it responsibly. We deploy those technologies in those mines to help them create wealth sustainably. And also, because of the challenges in the industry and the lack of transparency, we do have a track and trace technology, not only with a powder typical that gives DNA for proof of provenance, but also for each step of the gold on the logistics chain, all the way from ground to vault via refinery, we can trace it. And this is important. Why? Because we can measure the wealth and we can give confidence to not only the one who has produced as to where their gold are going, but to those who are buying it to know how it's being extracted and how it's been processed. And this is critical because suddenly you have a sustainable ecosystem where what you buy is in alignment with what you stand for.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I like about it, and we're doing that in some other products like cannabis as well, is the clean eco life cycle from seed to sales, gold from mining to the ring. You know exactly the process. You know whether it is, dare I say, the blood money way of doing it or not. So it can be tracked, and it's on blockchain. It's there for good.
Exactly.
And that's the clean way of giving back as well.
And that's really what Ubuntu stands for.
Exactly.
I am because we are.
We are.
And that's the power of blockchain too.
Absolutely.
It relies on the community versus the individual.
Absolutely.
Why? Because the community is stronger than
Yes.
one single individual.
Yes.
And you can rely on the collective from a data immutability point of view.
Fantastic.
And that's critical. And think of this. Now you have a digital gold from as low as 5 cents. Anybody, my grandma, my cousins, friends in Vietnam or in Chile, right? Go on their phone, just press a button, and they have 5 cents of gold. Up to now, it was the privilege of a very few.
Absolutely. Yeah,
But
yeah.
now, imagine the transformation that you create in people's life. And now, now they can effectively use it. The challenge with Bitcoin is the use cases. So what we thought is like, okay, the one thing about gold is accepted everywhere, regardless of civilization across human history. But beyond that, we've created a digital marketplace where each individual, from the bottom of a village in Africa to the rooftop of the skyscrapers in Wall Street, New York, have a chance to play.
No, that's the bet. That's the game changer. And the world is going this way because there are lots of, dare I say, the shitcoins out there. So this is something real. Where can people find out about Ubuntu?
So our website is utribe.one. And we're on social media. We preparing to launch. And the real point behind this, we invite you to co-create this better environment, this better lifestyle, not just for you, but for all of us. Because the real point of Ubuntu says, how can I be happy if the others are not happy? Because sooner or later, when they're not happy, you'll hear from them.
Thank you, Mamadou. Great
Thank
to
you
have
very
you.
much.
Thank you.